episode of Inspirational Breakfast. We got a special guest in the house joining us at the breakfast table this morning. And we have best-selling author and motivational speaker, Keishorne Scott. How are you doing today?
I'm feeling good, man. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be on here. Thank you very much.
No problem, man. No problem. You know, I've been watching you for a while on social media. You definitely have a great following. I watched your videos. You have a great message. So, I mean, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Keishornes Scott. I'm from Brooklyn. 28 years old. Been living in Brooklyn like my whole entire life. Something that you don't know, I was probably born in Trinidad. That's about it. That you don't know. I'm just a hardworking young man trying to, make the best out of my life for my family and friends.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I know everyone has a story. I know you have a story. That's what makes you a motivational speaker. That's what makes you a best-selling author. So tell us a little about your story. I mean, I know you said that you were originally from Trinidad and you spend most of your life in Brooklyn. I mean, what is your story? What are some of the challenges that you face before becoming a motivational speaker and best-selling author?
Well, I mean, you were correct. Everybody has challenges and things they face in life, that shape them and mold them into the person they're supposed to be. One of my struggles was I came here as an immigrant. So, and my mother and my father came as an immigrant as well. So it was really, really hard, growing up in a family where my mother's working hard off the books and my father's working hard. And my father really wasn't feeling well a lot. So, which, made my mother the breadwinner of the family. So me growing up and seeing this kind of lifestyle, I really didn't want this for my mother, who was working like about 2-3 jobs, live-in nurse, couldn't see her for like about a week and a half. So in the back of my mind, there was only one thing. Keishorne, you got to be successful. Keishorne, you got to make it. It's not only for yourself, it's for your family as well. So, growing up in Brooklyn was kind of tough. A lot of experiences, a lot of ups and downs, asked my mother for money, couldn't really afford it. So I had to find myself a job. And me being an immigrant at the time, I couldn't really find a job without having the right paperwork. Like we always know, a social security card, a social security number, some kind of proof that you're an American in order to work here. So I had to go and, do little jobs that help people out in their house, clean up and do, certain things like that in order to put some money in my pocket without having to ask my mother, and also put some money in her pocket to help her out also. So, my story is really, growing up in a place where it was uncomfortable, but trying to make my life more comfortable and less, hard for my mother and my family.
So let me ask you a question. I know I'm also a motivational speaker and author myself, and I have my background and the way I got started. Tell us, how did you get started becoming a motivational speaker and author? What gave you the desire? How did you get into it? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I had a lot of ups and downs growing up and getting into the field of becoming a motivational speaker, author, or an entrepreneur. Growing up, my mother wanted me to be a nurse. So I went to school for nursing, got into the nursing program and everything, and then realized it wasn't for me. That's not what I was passionate about. Sometimes in life, when you're not passionate about something, you're not going to give it your all. You're just going to do it because other people tell you that you can do it, especially the people you care about and you think about most. So going to college, shaped my mind, and I said, you know what? I don't want to work for nobody else. I want to do something with the time I have left on this earth. I want to be somebody great. I want to do something amazing with my life. I knew I wasn't ordinary. I knew I was destined for greatness. Everybody says these things, but do they really mean it? Do you embed your heart with that? So growing up, I met my ex. Actually, we started an organization at the time, and it was really, 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 really something that was on my heart. It was for the youth. And I realized that I had to do a lot of speaking with that. And I didn't really want to be a motivational speaker, but I had to speak in order to get my point across working with kids. So when I started doing that, I said, I didn't want to stop there. So I said, you know what, I want to be an author. I just said it one day. I just want to be an author. You don't just wake up in a sleep and say, I want to be an author. It was in my heart. You know, God gave me that desire to be an author, to write a book, to bless somebody else's life with a message. So that's where I birthed the first book called Life, Love, Insecurities, Friends, and Envy, which is a self-help book for, you know, ages 15 to about 35. But a lot of older people read it anyway. A lot of younger people read it. It's for everybody. So when I started writing that book, you know, I started getting a lot of speaking engagements, colleges, high schools, middle schools, started calling, inviting me to speak. And I had to work on my speaking, had to work on, and I talk fast. I don't know if you catch on to it yet, but I talk kind of fast. So I had to, you know, learn how to slow down my speech, speed it up, tell stories. There's a bunch of different things that you have to learn as a speaker. But I believe that everybody have their own individual voice. You can't train yourself to speak like anybody else. You just have to improve the way you speak for yourself, because we don't want duplicates. Everybody is different. We want original. So if you speak a little fast, it's all right if you speak a little fast. Slow down a little bit, or learn how to make fun of it in the speech while everything is going on. If you have an accent, make fun of it. People just be yourself. When you be yourself, you won't sweat, you won't fidget, and things will be smooth sailing. So a lot of those, you know, ups and downs in my life trained my mind, and a lot of reading, a lot of studying. One thing one of my mentors always tell me, and also my father always told me, he said, an entrepreneur only gets 4 to 5 hours worth of sleep. The other times is he's thinking. And even in his sleep, he's thinking. And you always have to know everything that you need to know about your craft. You want to be a sailor? Know everything about sailing. You want to be a writer? Know everything about writing. You want to be a vlogger, blogger, or whatever it is, know everything about that. Because what you don't know might be the reason why you fail. So try your best to read a lot and get as much information in your mind as possible.
So let me ask you this though. I know you got 2 books out. You were talking about the book you have out about life. What is a typical day like for Keishorne? I know you seem like a pretty busy guy. I see you a lot on social media. You got a lot of inspirational stuff out there. You got videos out there. You got posts out there. And man, let me tell you, those posts are very inspiring to people. And I just see all the people that really enjoy your message. So what is a typical day like for you?
A typical day, I wake up in the morning. I have a bike, so I go bike riding for like about an hour. Come back home, I make breakfast, but I'm listening to a lot of podcasts. And if I'm bike riding in the park, I probably sit down for a while and do some writing. I have to be in a quiet place when I write. And I always have to have my phone on me or a little notebook that I always carry around on me. In order, as a writer, you both know that inspiration just comes. It doesn't matter if you're in the shower. It doesn't matter if you're outside. It doesn't matter if you're in the pool. It comes out of nowhere. And it comes because we're always thinking of something to do. We're always thinking. Our mind is just so creative. And it's a beautiful thing, because when I'm writing a quote just don't pop up. For example, I'm gonna give you an example, and I know my girlfriend's gonna see this video also, and she's and I know she's gonna see it, but it's funny. If I'm having an argument with her, or we're going through a difficult time, I will write something about that, and then when I write something about that, or what I've learned from that situation, and I post it, people relate to it. They're thinking that I'm writing this because I'm going through it right now. So at this moment right now, I'm not on good terms with my girlfriend, and I'm writing about it. I'm writing what I'm learning through the process. So through the storm, it's teaching me, I'm learning. But a lot of people are not like that. A lot of people they make a mistake and they just, whatever. I sit down, I think about it, and I say, you know what? For example, I shouldn't treat a woman bad because, you know, she's always there for me when I was down. Or, you know, something simple like that. And I take my mistakes and I, you know, turn into teaching tools for myself and for others. If something is going good now, I will say something beautiful, like, you know, never play with a woman's emotions. For example, another example, she was mad.
I saw one. I was gonna say, I think I saw one of your videos talking about that.
Yeah, and I forgot what it was, But I don't know if it was a video, but I also had a post, and it says a woman's favorite line when she's mad at a guy is "Don't touch me." That's the first thing a woman does. Like she's mad at you. She don't want you touching her. She don't want you hugging her. She don't want you kissing her. Anything like that. So she was mad at me, and I tried to touch. She said, "Don't touch me." So I went and I wrote something about that. I was like, a woman's favorite line when she's mad at you, "Don't touch me," and that got like 1,000 likes in like an hour. So it's how you can relate to people, but being creative about it, because everything is said before, but it's how you say it, because we are all different. You can say the same "I love you" a million different ways, but it's how you say it that makes it different.
Very interesting right there. So how can people get a hold of you? Speaking engagements, workshops, coaching.
Well, I got a workshop coming up. It's called the Black Man Institute. It's in Connecticut, actually, and we're going to be tying ties, giving ties out. I'll be giving away my books, and I'm doing a workshop. And the workshop that I'll be doing is called Manhood. The Manliness of Manhood, I believe it's called. And that's what I'm working on right now. That's September 19th in Connecticut. And that's going to be big. And I mean, you can reach me on my website, KeishorneScott.com, KeishorneScott. My name is for everything. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, anywhere you can find me with my name. So I'm very, very reachable, and I'm there. And on my website, you can send me chats, notes. You can sign up for my free ebook. Anything that you would like, it will be on there, period. So you'll get it.
Okay, so with this being Inspirational Breakfast, this is going to be airing about 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on Monday morning. Okay.
Yeah.
So someone is getting out of the bed. They're a little cranky. They got to get up early in the morning. They got to go to work. What kind of inspiration, motivation can you help them with, the person that's kind of moody? And there's some people that don't really like Mondays that much. What kind of motivation can you give them?
Well, I'm one of those people that I don't see Mondays as, oh my gosh, it's Monday, or there's a problem with it. It's just a day of the week that you need to start working on your goals or your dreams. If you just lay in your bed and you be lazy all day, then there's no productivity that's going to birth from you just laying in bed. Laziness is procrastination. There's people out there who's working on your goals, working on their dreams every single day. There's people who didn't sleep because their dreams and their goals kept them up. So those type of people are going to be ahead of you every single day. There's people who are authors who's writing 3-4 books in a month because one of those books is about to blow up. There's people who's marketing themselves, brand themselves, who's reading, who's hungry for success, who really wants to change their quality of living. That's sacrificing that little bit of sleep. Sleep don't bring you nothing. Sleep makes you more tired sometimes. Like when you fall asleep, it's hard to get up because that AC in your face, it feels so good. You have the covers over you. But there's something special about that one person who knows that they love sleep but gets up anyway because they know that they need food on the table. They know that they want to make a difference. They know that they want a family. They have a child. Sometimes, you have to find out why you really want to do something, why you're going to get up and go to school. Why do you need that bachelor's? Why do you need that master's? Why do you need to finish that book? Why do you want it? See, a lot of people, their why is not strong enough. And that's why they sleep all the time. Sometimes you need to figure out, like, how bad do you really want to be successful? How bad do you want to change your quality of living? So sometimes you just can't lay in that bed. That bed, I'm gonna sleep when I'm dead. You're gonna be laying a lot of time when you're gone. I got one chance to do this life thing right. I got one chance to do this success thing right. So I'm gonna connect with the right people. I'm gonna get up early. I'm gonna do things I'm uncomfortable with right now so I can be comfortable in the future. I'm gonna sacrifice my sleep right now in order for me to bless somebody's life with a message, with a word. Sometimes when you're sleeping, you miss your opportunity for success. Sometimes you just gotta wake up, not only from your bed, but mentally. You have to mentally wake up. That's why you got to keep on reading. You always got to be 2 steps ahead of people, not no 5 steps, not no 10 steps, because you always got to see what the other person is doing behind you. Just in case they're doing something a little bit different than you're doing, you still could see them from right over there. So I'm saying, like, you got to get up. You got to push yourself. You have to push yourself. You get up, you pray, you do what you got, your daily routine, you run, you go work out, you read a little bit, and you start your day. You do your to-do list. Of course, you got to brush your teeth, but you know, you gotta want it for yourself. Nobody else is gonna want it for you. You have to want it for you. That's what I say.
Powerful stuff, Keishorne. I know that when people watch this video, they're gonna be empowered. They're gonna be more motivated. I just noticed somebody out there that's, you know, it's that person that just needs that push. You know, they want to be a motivational speaker. They want to be an author, and you know, they're kind of second guessing themselves. So I believe that by them watching this interview, they're gonna be more inspired to start writing that book or start going out there speaking. So again, I definitely thank you for being on this interview. You know,
appreciate
keep on doing the great work that you're doing. You're doing a lot of awesome stuff. You got a great message out there. I definitely want to stay connected with you. So this is not going to
be together, man. I come over there, you come over here.
Yeah,
do it together, man.
Yeah, this is definitely not going to be the end. I definitely see us doing some type of projects. I definitely believe that, you know, people don't connect for no particular reason. I believe in collaboration. So you know, I got your cell and everything like that. I got your information. So I'll let you know. We can sometime mastermind, collaborate, and you know, you can check out some of the things I'm doing some things out there too. I got some big things coming up. So
interviewing you.
Hey, that'd be awesome. I definitely would enjoy it. I actually have a conference call I'm going to be a guest speaker on. It's actually a women empowerment call on Sunday night at I think it's about 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I have that going. So I'm definitely excited about that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thanks again, and you know, keep up the great work, and we'll be talking real soon.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right.